YouGov put out their poll this morning, and one of the questions is Trump's approval rating. And what I noticed on this poll is that Trump was at 42% approval and 52% disapproval, which is lower than when he first came into office. When he came into office, his approval rating on this same poll was 49% approval and 43%. So people are clearly getting frustrated with him with the tariffs and all this other shit that's going on. But what stood out to me the most is when it comes to race. 49% of white people still think this man is doing a good job. And I don't get it. Now, black folks, they're like, yeah, no, I'm not feeling that. Hispanic folks, which surprised the shit out of me, is at 71% disapproval. That is 17 points less than what it was in January, the first week of his office. So maybe these people are finally waking up after they put us through this bullshit. Echelon Insights also came out with a poll, and he is negative for job approval, economy approval, immigration approval, and foreign policy approval. I mean, he is in the 40s on all of those except for immigration. And it just kind of lends back to my theory on why we lost this election. In my opinion, Democrats don't want to have a real conversation about why we lost. There's many reasons, but there's 3 key reasons why people chose to vote for Donald Trump. One is they are anti-immigrant. And that includes Latinos, because a lot of them say, oh, we came the right way. I call them right way Latinos because they think that they did it the right way and everyone else that comes through the border is not on the same level as them. And I think that's messed up. But that's why they chose to vote for Trump. They assumed that he was going to do something that he's not, because he has not done shit for the economy. And then you have people who are becoming more nationalistic. They are now very censored on this country and they don't want anyone coming, the invaders and all this other shit. But the truth of the matter is this all falls into white nationalism and whiteness. A lot of Latinos want to be closer to whiteness and they don't want to admit that. And the Democratic Party keeps shading this with, oh, well, working class folks and we didn't. You need to embrace the fact that these people have become more nationalistic. They have become more xenophobic. They want this country for themselves. They don't want to share with other people. Selfishness is going to get us all killed in this country. So I really wish that we could have a real conversation about it, but I fear that we're never going to, because we keep skirting around it. You have people who are being disappeared, no due process. The courts are now, we're literally in a constitutional crisis because of Donald Trump. So what will it take for people to wake the hell up? I really don't know at this point, but from what I see, the Democratic Party needs to figure out how they are going to tackle this, because when people are drawing closer to whiteness, working class is not going to change that narrative. You're going to have to figure out why these people are so bigoted, and you're going to have to figure out how to address that. Until you do, we are going to continue to have a problem. In 2021, John Blake wrote this article for CNN entitled White Supremacy with a Tan. And oh my God, this article has literally come to life and is so freaking true. In the article, he says, the assumption that more racial diversity equals more racial equality is a dangerous myth. Racial diversity can function as a cloaking device, concealing the most powerful forms of white supremacy while giving the appearance of racial progress. Racism will likely be just as entrenched in a browner America as it is now. It will still be white supremacy with a tan. No truer words, because what we're seeing is a lot of folks leaning towards that way and not understanding the consequences of their actions. And what we are now seeing is the fuck around, find out part of the show.